Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and we're going to do another prepping acronym. This one will probably be short because the acronym is short. Um, just kidding. This one will probably be short just because, but this one is going to be SIP. S-I-P, SIP. Give you a second, let you think it over, see if you can guess what SIP means. And for those of you that do not know, SIP means to shelter in place. Another one that probably comes across is to basically bug in. Something happens, and I did a video not too long ago on the prepping acronym of GOOD, and SIP is another one of those ones that it's a pretty common word that you can put in somewhere that gives you kind of like um, a key phrase, a key. Sorry, I got distracted by the geese. That gives you kind of an actionable thing. So when we did good, because it's so overly used, people overlook it. But for me and my family, my team, my mag, whatever you want to call it, when something happens and you can use the term good, they understand it does not mean good, it means something else. And so for me to be able to, if communications are up and say somebody on the team calls or the wife calls or whatever, and they go, "Hey, um, just heard something. What's your thoughts?" And I can go, "Oh, relax. Just take a sip of water." Well, I just gave them what to do. Shelter in place. Something's going on. Stay where you are. Don't move. To anybody else that would hear that, there's nothing there. It's okay. Take a drink of water. What's the big deal? But for me and my team and everybody else, they know what to do. They know what's going on. And so, and there's a lot of reasons to shelter in place. And I'm not going to take this because I already said it's going to be a short video. We're not going to do the whole big debate on, well, I'm a bug in person, I'm a bug out person. Well, that's great. Everybody's situation is different. Hopefully, you lean more towards bugging in than out. You should always have the ability to do both. If you have to do one and the other is not an option, then something is wrong. And I know everybody's situation is different. Somebody, I think, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whatever, um, they emailed me and they was asking my opinion. Um, they are disabled in a wheelchair and they live on a second story and they are in a elderly community building. And that's just because of where they are and what they can afford. I fully get it, situation kind of sucks. Hopefully things will never come to it to where you're ever going to have to worry about it. But, um, I mean, it's just one of them things, you know, you can only do what you can do. And so in a situation like that, to be in a wheelchair, to be on the second floor, to be disabled, to be elderly, and all that, to have the dependency on, the wheelchair, to have the dependency on, um, the elevator and things like that. If something bad was to happen, I mean, in all seriousness, that's a bug-in situation. I mean, it's all there basically is, unless you can kind of foreshadow, see some things are getting bad, and bug out really, really, really early. But I mean, to be realistic and totally honest, it's a bug-in situation. Um, and then you can go the opposite. Look, I'm going to college, I have to stay on campus, which means that I'm in a dormitory or a shared living house or whatever. I'm kind of downtown in a big major city. Yeah, you could bug in, but it's probably a lot better to bug out. And so, that's their entire plan. But I mean, both of them. I just gave you a scenario for both that, both are options. You can bug in and bug out. But let's get back into it. So, shelter in place. Why would you shelter in place? Well, there's a bunch of reasons. I'm sure you can guess them. The roads are impassable. There's too much danger. It's better to lay low. It's better to um, remain at the castle. Circle the wagons, fortify, call the mag, close the gates, shut her down. Um, and it's one of those ones of, you waited and waited, and then your window of opportunity to bug out has left, and therefore you don't really have that option. Now you do have to shelter in place. So I just want to throw this one out there. I want to keep it short. Um, you can come up with different things like this. You can use different words and set up your own acronyms to be able to better communicate with your team or your family or whoever it is that you're trying to get that kind of communication out to where you can say something and to anybody else that may overhear you or read it or get access to that communication, they're not going to understand. Now, it's not so far fetched that it looks weird and it comes off as, something that they may spend more time on it, but just something that at a glance, okay, there's nothing out of the ordinary. They just move on. It's just random conversation. So hopefully that was a fun one for you. Um, we will do probably some more in the future. I don't know why I like doing these, but I do, and I seem to get good feedback on them. So do all the fun YouTube things. Check us out on Facebook. Remember to remain united. We're all repping in this together.